ActiveCampaign delete. In this video, we're going to cover how to delete a contact in ActiveCampaign automatically. Now, ActiveCampaign does not have this capability built in. The obvious way to do it would be to put somebody into an automation and then delete them. But ActiveCampaign in their wisdom has not implemented that, and in my opinion, the reason is you can hurt yourself, which means, for instance, what if you put all of your contacts into an automation and deleted them? You probably would not be happy. So that's not a capability built into ActiveCampaign. However, there is a way around that, and it involves webhooks. You're going to create an automation that has a webhook that pings a script on your site. And at the very bottom there, I've got the code that you're going to want to copy and modify and put into your site. So let's dive right in. To start with, you want to visit this site right here, and this URL in particular. And you're going to want to copy all this code right here. And I want to create a script on my site called delete.php. So I've got a file called delete.php. I'm going to paste this in, and I'm going to scroll up to the top, and there's three things we need to provide: the ActiveCampaign API URL, an API key, and then we have to make up a secret key. And this is for your own protection. Before we do that, let me tell you why. If you go down here to the bottom, there's a few things in here which won't run this script unless they're true. In other words, there has to be an ID that's greater than 0. The secret that you send over from ActiveCampaign has to match the one that's in here, and you can't have an empty secret key. Now, the likelihood of some hacker figuring all this stuff out is very, very low, but it's a just to be case type thing. So let's go get our ActiveCampaign URL and key. And inside your ActiveCampaign account, you want to go to settings, which is the little gear icon at the bottom typically. Click on developer, copy the URL. Go back to your script, paste it in the URL there. Back to ActiveCampaign, copy the key, paste it in there. And then make up a random secret key. Doesn't matter, I'm just gonna tap on the keyboard, but they need to be between those single quotes, something like that. And then save this file. Now back to ActiveCampaign, and you're gonna want to create an automation. I would call it delete. And in my opinion, not a bad idea to put something like a wait for 5 minutes. It's kind of a cooling off period just to make sure you absolutely want to do that, especially if you're testing this out. In case for whatever reason you put everybody in there and you're like, whoops, I mistakenly added them all and I don't want that to happen. So I'd put a 5-minute wait there. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to click on Conditions and Workflow, Webhook, and here's where you want to paste in the URL that you're sending these people to. So in my case, now you have to add one more thing. Put a question mark, secret equals, and then go get your secret, which is this right here. Copy that, come back to here, paste it just after the equal sign, and click on Save. And then in this automation. So let's test this out. I'm going to add this person here. Okay, I'm going to skip the 5-minute wait and show you what happens. And you know what? Before I do that, I want to keep this open. I want to keep this contact record open. So it's contact number 310. And I'm going to skip this. And sometimes it takes maybe a few seconds or a minute for it to actually move through. So it says it hasn't happened. Let me refresh this screen right here. Notice it's no longer there. So that's how you can delete a contact programmatically in ActiveCampaign.